We're back. Hey, we're moving.
Where are we going?
We're moving to... Wilmington, Delaware.
I was thinking we could look at some of the places that I interviewed for jobs and didn't go.
I've done some already.
Yeah. Did you do more in Kentucky?
I did. We're moving to Wilmington, Delaware.
Hey, dog. You just headbutted your chair.
Oh, yeah?
He's right behind you.
Oh, hey, buddy. What's up? The dog is here. Cannot see. This does not look like Wilmington.
This is San Francisco again. This is still San Francisco.
This says Wilmington, Delaware up here. Is that not the name of the fucking place? Is that the problem?
Do you need to start a new private browser session?
I did spell it wrong.
Okay. But you think it would be like, oh, they clearly mean Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah. Did you mean San Francisco, California? That's what it was.
Yeah, we're going to Delaware.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, prices look much more reasonable in Delaware, just saying. Let's see.
I mean, these are like, the prices of houses that we could conceivably live in.
Don't tell people our social class. It's tacky. It's tacky.
Well, I mean, can anyone live in San Francisco?
It's just a good point. There's so many homeless people too. Wilmington, Delaware. I kind of like thrust at the name of the city. I beg your pardon. And vaguely got it. Google has lowered my intelligence so much. Alright, we gotta live near a job in Delaware, so we have to live near a university.
I mean, there's almost certainly a University of Delaware in Wilmington.
I think so. University of Delaware downtown. Strayer University, University of Phoenix, those are guards. Delaware College of Art and Design. The University of Delaware Wilmington campus.
Yeah. There we go.
It's out here at Green Hill Avenue and 52. Green Hill Avenue and 52 in the Highlands. Quite a ways away from the big river.
I mean, that's probably where they could get enough land to put down a university campus, so...
It's like a later addition because of where it is. In the East Coast, if this were like an original university or like an early university, it would be in the downtown.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, the Delaware River looks fucking massive on this map. So it's up here in the kind of northwest portion. Oh, not that far out though. Delaware, Windsor Hills, Westmoreland, the Flats, Wassiat Park. Where is it?
Quinlan. It's up here by 40 Acres Highlands.
Well, some of the neighborhoods have slightly different names, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. But that's definitely the area.
Highlands is just above it. Alright. So the university's here.
Okay.
Alright, so let's see. We'll start with this one. This is like university housing.
Yeah. 4 bedrooms, 5 baths.
Yeah. Even though it looks like this house is like actually like filled with a frat or something like that, right? So this is like a picturesque brick New England home.
Price cut, $50,000.
Wow. Wow.
It's been on the market for
38 days. Oh, they must want to move it quick. That's a lot of money. Let's see. Cueing you.
Spacious Westover home on one of the bigger lots in the community. Newly renovated gourmet kitchen that is only a few years old. Newly renovated bathrooms that capture the home's charm. New roof, new garage door, and a 4-year new sunroom. New windows have been replaced and are newly finished hardwoods on the first floor. Many possibilities here and plenty of room to roam in this home. Almost an acre in the heart of Greenville with fenced rear yard helps make this house ready for a new family.
So this is an upper middle class house, very close to the University of Delaware.
Yeah.
Very close. it looks like in a somewhat off of Hopeton. So it's right here. This looks like a suburban area, even though it's in the city.
I believe it is. This looks like it's suburbia.
Because this is all downtown over here.
Right, and this is just the beginning of the suburbs.
All right, so we would reject this out of hand because of its location.
Yeah.
We wouldn't live there.
Also, what would we do with 4 bedrooms?
Get 3 dogs. Give them each their own bedroom.
That's a good point. It's much too large for us as well. All right, here we go. Here's the cheap place nearby.
This is also 4 bedrooms.
Look where it is. Squeezed between two other
There appear to
buildings.
be no bathrooms in this home.
4 bedroom.
Shit out the window.
Use the backyard.
This is investor alert. This is a dump.
Investor alert. No, it's investor alert.
Here's your opportunity to create a portfolio or add to an existing one. The property will offer immediate positive cash flow.
Positive cash flow.
This triplex features spacious units with separate entrances. 2
Spacious.
3 units are occupied.
Okay.
One unit has 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, fireplace. Currently rented for $1,100 a month. Unit 2 is a very large 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and is currently advertised at $850.
That's like an affordable. These are affordable rents.
Yeah.
These are the type of places we would rent. We would look at an $1,100 3-bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
We would probably be like looking at 2 bedrooms, but like if we saw a 3-bedroom, we'd be like, all right, what neighborhood is it in? You know?
Yeah, I mean, our last apartment was 3 bedroom, technically. But that 1 bedroom was tiny.
Yeah.
That was like a closet.
Some of those places we looked at before we got that place, like the places in Pilsen, were like 3 bedrooms, but there were 3 tiny bedrooms. So it's a multi-unit building.
Unit 3 is an efficiency.
Yeah, it's a studio, but it could be a 2-bedroom. Alright, so it's cheap. And you could live in one of the units.
Right.
And rent
the
out the
others.
others out. You could live in the I feel like you'd want to live in the 1-bedroom, the 3-bedroom on unit 1, which is presumably the first one.
Yeah.
If you're the owner, do you want to live on the first floor? Maybe the second, because it's cheaper and you can get more money for the first floor bedroom.
And if it, in fact, is a very large 1 bedroom.
Yeah. So, maybe you can split it up with like screens or something. That's how it's going to be hard to identify units and stuff.
There's only 12 pictures.
This actually says A. Okay, a corner.
Yeah. A blurry picture of a fireplace.
This is the efficiency,
Yeah.
which is like the basement unit.
Yeah, that fireplace looks a lot like the fireplace in my childhood home.
Yeah. I've
never-
been to your childhood home.
What?
So I
No,
know.
you haven't.
I arranged to marry you in your childhood home.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I traded 57 cows.
Is that racist?
No, but your dad's a dairy farmer, so.
No, he's not.
Oh. Look where this fucking sink is. It's behind the fridge. This
The fridge has been left open.
Well, no, that's like one of those, this
Yeah.
apartment's been empty a while. Can't get anybody to rent this unit. If you're a single dude with a decent job at the university, you're living in this efficiency.
Well, I mean, so I was talking to my mom about apartments, and I was explaining the concept of a studio apartment to my mom, and she didn't get it. She's like, who would want to live in that? I'm like, if you're single, like if you're living alone, a studio's great, potentially.
If it's in the right location.
Right. And it's like, if you have a dog and your dog likes being with you, a studio apartment's great because the dog is always fucking with you.
It's a giant fireplace. The stove looks to be the same color as the cabinetry, and that may mean they're enamel. These could be steel cabinets. One of the apartments I lived at in Champaign, or the apartment rather I lived at in Champaign, had a steel kitchen counter and steel cabinets, and it was really weird. And I had a folding table in it.
Another corner.
What the fuck? Who's taking these pictures? Where's the fucking blooming flowers? These floors look like they'd be real nice if you stripped them and sanded them and repainted, resealed them, because look like shit here. They look like they've had like a century of wear without being polished.
This is a different unit.
This is a new countertop, but the old sink. Why?
They didn't want to turn on any lights to do these pictures.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe there's no electricity. This is like a 1980s stove or something, right?
I mean, I feel like we lived in an apartment that had this exact stove.
Oh, maybe we did. It's very flat. Limited above cabinetry. This is like the worst fucking cabinet, right?
Yeah.
You can't put any food up here because it's above the oven.
It's really high up.
It's real high up, so like putting pans and shit up there is a fucking pain in the ass. You can't put you couldn't put your tea up here. It'd fucking spoil. And there's no vent too. This is the worst cabinet ever. It's for the stuff you store in your kitchen that you never actually use.
Vases.
Like the thermos we have, or the vases, or the bulk fake meat. No, but
you can't put the bulk fake meat there. It'll cook.
So, you can. This is the glasses cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Glasses and plates. Right? So like all your food is in these drawers because you can't put it below the sink.
Yeah.
This is the
trash.
No, this is the pans and pots.
Oh.
This fucking kitchen's awful. The drawers are all wrong as well. It's the worst. It's such a useless design.
We would walk into this apartment and just be like, no.
It's got a really low roof ceiling, right? And like no fucking cabinetry. We turned down apartments because they're kitchens.
Yeah.
100%. Remember that apartment we went to that they had a big backyard and like it seemed like a guy who was like maybe a contractor lived in the first floor. And it was the second apartment in his building.
Is this the one that had no electrical outlets?
Yeah, it had like one electrical outlet hanging from the ceiling in each room and nothing else. Like he had probably redone the first floor, but he'd never redone the second floor.
But like we liked that apartment until I was like, hey, where are we gonna plug in our stuff?
Yeah. I didn't want to live. You never want to live owner occupied. It's the worst fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
He also had a dog in the backyard. I remember that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the second floor was actually real high. Like it was like at the third floor.
Yeah. And I mean, I think the other issue there was like he was talking about how his dog was out in the back a lot, which means our dog could never go out there because our dog doesn't like dogs.
I don't think that was it. I just got such a negative vibe from that place too. But
I got a negative vibe from the lack of places to plug shit in.
remember that one place we liked that? It's just us talking about our apartment search history. Because we moved so much at the end of our Chicago.
And we looked at a lot of apartments.
Yeah, we moved like 3 times in 3 years.
In like 4 years, I think. Because we spent 2 years at the garage.
Okay, you're right. We moved 3 times in 4 years, and we looked at apartments every time. Mm-hmm. But the one place where like we got taken around by the agent, but the occupants were there, and afterwards the girl occupant came out and told us not to live there.
Yeah, because there were rats.
She's like, "You two seem so nice." Those are the people who were like selling knives out of the place. Remember? That guy had like 1 billion cheap Chinese folding knives.
And it was like, our baby has been attacked by rats here. That's why we're leaving.
To get out.
I do remember that one.
This baby used to be a toddler. Anyway.
No, I mean, that moment's coming. Because she like came out of the apartment as we were leaving to tell us
She was like, don't live here. That was weird because she could have said that for a lot of reasons. But she said it because she thought our baby might get eaten by rats. If I recall correctly, too, that couple, for what it's worth, were the ethnic reverse of us.
Oh, they might have been.
It was a white girl and like a South Asian man, or of maybe some descent, and then a guy, and he sold knives on eBay. They had like drawers and drawers of the shit too. They were happy to show us it because we fucking asked them. All right, what the fuck room is this? Is this a bedroom?
I sure hope not.
I think this is a bedroom.
No, this looks like the entryway.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? It looks like a covered front porch. I forgot we're in Delaware now, and it gets cold.
Yeah.
It snows. It's not like fucking San Francisco.
But it has the same temperature.
So this is an airlock.
Yeah.
Good deal, right? These electric baseboard heaters in every room. I mean, you're buying this building because you want to make money.
Right.
And pay off a mortgage.
You're trying to rent this to kids who are going to the university.
Yeah, and then eventually maybe you tear this down and you build a single family home here. But when you've made $1 million or $3 million, right? So when you rented it for 2 decades, oh my God, this fucking kitchen. This is it. How do you cook in this kitchen? How do you do anything in this kitchen?
That's like the oven we have now.
The only thing you can make in this kitchen is mac and cheese.
That's our oven.
I think it is, actually. It's very close to it. It's very close to it, you're right. If not it. There's no counter at all. What a shit show. Why even put cabinets here?
You open up the cabinets, prepare your food inside the cabinet.
Wow, this is a very street level room.
Yeah.
With no privacy or anything at all. What do you do about this room, right? Because, like, the street is right there. This looks like it might be on a corner, doesn't it? Did we see an exterior shot?
No, we saw the one of the external staircase up to one of the units.
Yeah. It's a very incomplete set of pictures.
Yeah, this tells us very little about.
I think we've seen at least inside each unit, but anyways, I mean, so that's the opposite side.
Yeah.
Those big windows with the whole street line.
There's only 12 pictures of 3 units in this building.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by it because it feels relatively accessible. If we were to actually move to Wilmington, Delaware, and you were to have a university, or if we had comparable income that we have now, potentially in a half dozen years, or through begging our parents or something, we could buy a place like this. Like, it would be about the same as so like it's fascinating to me because of that, but it's such a shithole too.
Yeah.
These, I don't know how you fix this room.
Concrete it up.
I mean, build walls up to this height.
Yeah.
Like if you have just peekaboo or hatch windows in it, you would never ever want to live in a house with an urban setting like this and windows this low. There would be no privacy. There would be no quiet. This looks like it might be the kitchen square.
Maybe.
I mean, it's been price cut $100. Oh my God! After 5 days. What's the address here? Let's look at the You're not really getting much to the inside. Maybe we'll go around.
I think you didn't delete enough.
So, okay. It's got a really big backyard, it looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
It's this double unit. That's big, right? Like,
Yeah.
presumably this is a standard size. So it's 2 lots. Yeah, this is all one building. It's really
so that
big.
isn't actually as close to that street as it looked in the pictures.
No, it's quite a distance. You could put a hedge here or something.
Yeah.
Or a tree. It's like an industrial facility across the street.
Yeah. And all these cars are here not because it's a busy road, but because people park on it.
Yeah, that's right.
That context changes that room.
Awnings and canopies manufacturing. So these guys make fucking awnings and canopies.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure that's loud during working hours, and that's it. Like, so basically, 6 a.m., I bet this place starts making noise.
Yeah. But
And then at 6 p.m., it's quiet.
I'm no longer concerned about those windows.
Not at all. It actually looks pretty good. Now, there's a lot of cars, though. So, like,
Yeah.
you would have people parking on your street all the time.
But I mean, this just looks like, in Chicago, the residential parking.
It has driveway, though.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't get a driveway in most of Chicago.
Right. But I mean, these are probably just residents who park here, or maybe people who work at that awning
It's
store.
people who work at the office.
Yeah.
So after 6 p.m., it's probably all right.
Yeah. I feel like, this is every apartment, first floor apartment in Chicago is this distance from the street.
Man, I never, ever wanted to. What the fuck?
Yeah, you never wanted to live on the first floor.
Never. I somehow totally lost the pinpoint for there. So, what else is around here?
Family medicine at Green Hill.
Dry cleaner,
Mohawk Tile and Marble.
another manufacturing or other noisy facility across the street. Toddler's Tech Daycare in your backyard. A used car dealership. This is a hospital.
Yeah.
No.
So
It's
just
an
a
urgent
medical-
care.
Yeah.
7-Eleven though. Fusion Spice Bar. The neighborhood's not bad there.
No.
This looks like a normal university living situation. It's not super far away, right? So
It's right there.
there's a golf course up there too. Great. No, it's a little annoyingly far away,
Yeah.
but it's in the urban.
We're spoiled now with how close we live to the college.
That's true, but it's in the area closest to the urban area because the rest is fucking suburbs out here.
That's way closer than from where we live at UIC.
You're right. It's very car centric out here, though. You can tell. And this is on the very edge of that. So, anyways, there's not a lot of information here. This would be the place you'd be like, all right, let's check out if we actually want to spend the money.
Yeah, the lack of counter space in any of the kitchens is troubling.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to rip out all the kitchens. And then I don't even know what you would do with it. Like, do you live in the efficiency and pay the mortgage with the rent? Because it's not that expensive.
No.
All right. Now about twice as much. 4 bedrooms, 4 baths. Okay, this is the suburban house. Yeah, it's a suburban house. I don't think we would even look at that.
No.
This other side. 0 bedrooms, 1 bath. Look no further.
Great opportunity for a business owner.
So it's another multi-unit in Little Italy.
First floor is storefront. So this is not actually a residential building.
No, this is the second floor. That's
Okay.
right. It looks like there's pictures too. Okay, this could be a storefront. This looks like it's probably a shared entrance with the storefront, which
Yeah.
is super
It's
sketch.
got signage above.
Yeah, that could be just rented, but you're right.
Yeah.
It could be like, a cafe or something. Or a yarn shop. Whatever you put down there. This is the first floor. All new floors. This is an Audis wall color. Or no, I say Audis. And this is a modern wall color. Dark walls like this. The ceiling, however, is not a domestic ceiling.
No, it's a business ceiling.
Yeah. It's a low roof too. What kind of store would you
This
have?
is a yarn shop. This is a yarn shop. I've been in this yarn shop in Chicago.
Okay.
Well, not Chicago, in the burbs.
So it's open from 11:30 to 4:30. It's the only place to get the yarn of.
They illicitly sell tea upstairs even though they don't have a food drink license.
Yeah, and it's.
I'm describing an actual yarn shop I've been in with Laura in the suburbs.
No, this isn't the suburbs though.
Yeah.
The old electrics are interesting, aren't they? These extremely discolored wall plates are from forever ago. That's an interesting sink. I'm honestly really confused by that sink.
I'm confused by everything that's happening here.
The air conditioner!
We have air conditioning is what this is saying.
I mean, it's Wilmington, Delaware. It gets muggy.
Yeah.
And hot, right?
Even if the temperature doesn't get that hot, it's muggy. So this is maybe the bedroom upstairs?
This is weird, right? So,
Because there's carpeting?
is that network jack or is that electricity that's sitting in raceway and old electricity that's in the wall? I can't tell what it is.
Yeah.
Another outlet on the baseboard. Is this house really that old? It's all brick. It's in the East Coast.
I'm deeply perplexed.
It-
There's a walled up fireplace.
I want to kill the person who painted this place. It's just so like cliche.
I mean, this is the color I painted my walls of my bedroom in the house that my mom still owns. This is the exact color.
There's no door on this room. I just don't understand its place. Then I don't know how many units we're seeing now either, though.
I don't know what we're seeing at all. Like, how did we get to this place?
Yeah.
Is this actually a living space?
What's the layout of the building at all? I mean, all this electric is in fucking raceway or maybe conduit, bare on the walls. It's like, is this fucking a Trinidad? Like, is this building made of concrete?
I mean, and sometimes those buildings are made of concrete so that they're hurricanes.
Yeah, well,
all those hurricanes that hit Wilmington, Delaware. Another, you can throw up in the tub while you're shitting.
But it's a luxury toilet length. Your dick is not getting crushed against the rim of the toilet.
I've never realized before today that this was a concern for you.
It's a concern for every person who bears the penile organ.
I see.
I'm trying to be inclusive there.
Right. Then you might crush your dick.
Yeah, the length of the toilet is a serious consideration when purchasing a home. And, am I gonna fucking replace this toilet? Have you ever seen a sewer stack?
I mean, you could puke in the tub
while
you're shitting and then wash your hands without getting up.
That's all without moving. Well, maybe just to spin.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe a more circular toilet there would give the advantage of the bathroom. Looks tiny otherwise.
Yeah.
Because the door is right
tiny.
here.
Super tiny bathrooms seem to be a theme in the apartments we've chosen.
It's got a reasonably new water here. What an advertisement. Furnace, great. Ancient fucking foundations.
This is where you can bring the bodies.
This is like, there's not a lot of old shit in the United States, and then you see shit like this, and these foundations are 150 years old. They're real rough stone too. This is a really weird fucking building.
Yeah,
I want to see the full street view of it.
I'm not sure this is a place you're supposed to live.
This second floor, I believe, is it.
Yeah, but can you only get to it by going through the store?
It kind of looks like the entrance works that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be your salon. You could or you
entertain gentlemen in it.
You could do tattoos only in it.
Temporarily closed. 1-star tattoo place.
Well, that's suspect. What is it? No,
2 years ago.
Big Boy Brown. He didn't like his tattoo service there. However, he did take the time to log in and rate the place. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. It's unclear to me if this has residential abilities or not, but I believe it does.
Yeah.
I believe it has effectively an apartment.
But you'd have to go through the storefront.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could live your life that way. I mean, that feels like a very old urban area.
Yeah.
I don't think I would
if
ever...
you were the tattoo artist, I mean, you want to take up being a tattoo artist?
Alright, let's see. We're getting a little bit further away. 240K here. 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Looks like, is it a row house? Kind of looks like a row house.
Hemp CBD.
I'm sorry?
There's a CBD store.
Oh, great. Great. It looks like it's a row house.
Okay.
So it's pretty urban.
Mm-hmm.
But not super dense.
I mean, I was into that exterior shot.
Yeah. Okay. It's set back from the street a little bit too. This is like a reasonable, affordable price.
950 square feet, so it's about the size of the apartment right now.
Yeah. Has central air, a new gas heater, fresh landscape. Fresh. I would want this to be area in front of my house like this in an urban environment to be food vegetables, because this tree's never gonna get big here.
Yeah.
Like, these ornamentals and the ground in front of this is gonna look shit all year round. You're gonna be picking trash out of it and stuff like that. So why not just have rows of planters? You grow weed in Delaware? It's always worth growing weed in your yard. It's got an American flag, of course. Very,
There's something charming on the front of it.
quite. I've never been to one.
I've been through one, but only on the train.
This is what, federal style? Okay. I've seen a lot of places with this roof.
Probably flip and slide.
That have IKEA carpets everywhere. It's a big front room.
No airlock.
No, this is the street. That's a good point. Really old HVAC vent. Though it said that. This is very recently painted as well. I like the black banister and the oak doors. I fucking hate gray. Why not bright yellow? Steel blood yellow.
Like I said, my teenage bedroom.
It's really not.
I never thought I had case now.
Yeah, as evidenced by the fact that you're here. So,
I hate my shoes.
ceiling fan, this is the dining room, I guess? HVAC. This is interesting. What are we seeing? Like a multi-port or a multi-purpose panel of some kind. I've never seen something like that. I don't think it's the old buttons. Painted metal vents. Is a certain level of like, yeah, we did compromise on some things.
I mean, this is a very narrow kitchen, but there is counters.
Yeah, that's not a full width counter.
No, but it's there.
And there's something.
This is a very narrow kitchen.
Yeah,
New appliances.
Yeah, I want to see a better shot of this side. Because I'm not horribly offended by this. It does look like this side used to have the sink. With this dip in the cabinet. Or maybe the idea is that this is the area where you're actually standing and doing your cutting.
Yeah.
It's weird that there's a 4-piece outlet right here.
I mean, it's very narrow, but this shows like somebody thought like there needs to be counter space for you to prepare things in here.
This room could work if we do this right.
Right.
This isn't bad. There's plenty of place for food and dishes and
Yeah, and it's on the other side from the oven, so you don't have to worry about any
spoilage or anything. This whole upper section.
The whole lower section.
The water. There's almost too much now.
I mean, again, it's a weird little kitchen. It's so narrow, but this shows somebody was like, hey, what can we do with this space that's actually practical?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think this is a pretty good one. It's weird for me to see kitchens that aren't just awful. And
this is an example of a kitchen that's less than ideal space, but they are trying. They're trying.
Yeah, granite countertops too. All the same generation.
Ice maker and fridge.
I don't really like the tile and the countertops. Like, I don't think they work.
No. But I normally have many more complaints about it.
So this is real small too. So this is a bathroom, and it's just as small as that kitchen. I like where the window is. Just no one's gonna see in there. This looks like a real cabinet. This thing, I don't get this.
House storage.
Yeah, right. But why not build it on the wall there, a cabinet? It doesn't take up less space because it's on the ground. In fact, it takes up more. New sink. I fucking hate it.
Built-in in the shower where you put your shower kit.
Oh yeah, the tub is very old, is what it is. They've got one of the curved rods. Talk about leaning over and puking into the tub. It's the perfect facility.
You got a
for
projectile though.
that. Maybe.
I feel like that there's a gap there. You can just lean over.
Just kind of perch on the edge.
Yeah.
I think you're fine. Modern ceiling fan. It's a little big. Feels heavy. Like a kind of old or smaller one, I think would work better in this one. The cable is like an afterthought along the baseboard.
It's like, oh wait.
So they repainted this room. They changed the electrics. They mounted a ceiling fan, put in a 5-blade fan. But for the coax, they just drilled a hole in the wall. Comcast just came by like that, and you were like, "Could you maybe seal that?" And you just like pumped a little bit of fucking caulk in there. That's what happened. Comcast drilled right through that. It's totally what it is. And the thing is, the wire is set, so you can put the TV right here. They went over the door frame. I love that. If this room feels just like such a half-ass, right?
Yeah.
Because like someone clearly spent time cleaning up and modernizing this room, and then this appears to be an old style telephone.
It's just sitting there,
Rotten and yellow against the baseboard. Like, well, let's leave the connectivity in place.
Didn't change the plate though.
You can get DSL.
Fucking telephone plates are like 85 cents.
Yeah, it didn't bother to spend that to get, plastic that didn't look like
Like it would shatter if you breathed on it.
or light on fire in case of a storm.
It really takes something for a telephone jack to light your house on fire.
The HDMI AC controller looks like it comes out of the wall. It looks kind of look like it has a remote. Actually, has a fire. This register is the same thing. It's like like a brass color. And it's sitting against this newly painted
Right.
wall.
They weren't like, you know what, let's get a new white one and put that in there. Because that would go with the trim of the wall.
Yeah, that's a bit more than $5.85.
$7.
This is the murder basement.
I mean, have you seen a basement yet that's not a murder basement?
Welcome to my murder basement.
I feel like that's just every basement is a murder basement.
I'm going to murder you. The problem with this as a murder basement is I don't see the drainage floor.
So how can you properly murder someone in the murder basement without a drain?
You can't hose them down afterwards. With enough bleach, you can hose any human being
You
down the
too
drain.
can hose your friends down the drain.
They used to be your friend. Anyways,
There's a washer and a dryer here.
I love the washer and dryer being vented out the basement window.
I mean, that takes me back to my childhood.
I wonder if that still qualifies as an egress window for the space, like a legal fire escape window. Because you can climb on top of a dryer
And scramble out.
and try to get out. This
As you're trying to escape the murder basement.
This is funny too, because if this is like a window well, it's like a hellscape of lint and heat, right? If you've ever sat by a dryer vent outside a house.
I mean, I walked past that dryer vent.
That's right, on the side of our building. It's like in the winter. It's just
in the winter,
this
that
glass.
there's a circle around it where the snow has all melted.
Yeah, and there's animals clutched in. This is our neutral space where we stay warm. So but there's a plastic farmhouse sink here.
Yeah.
And there's a work table. I mean, the floor, they didn't bother fucking using the shop vac here or something. I feel like this could have been cleaned up quite a bit more. At least for the picture.
Then, rescatter all the debris.
Yeah, artistically, of course. Snow shovels. A close-up of their appliances. They're on raised platforms, which means this basement floods.
I mean, isn't this a dehumidifier?
This might be a dehumidifier. You might be right.
Having, lived in homes with basements that require dehumidifiers and for the washer and dryer to be propped up, I think that's what's happening here.
It's interesting to me that the walls are cinder block. I feel like they should be concrete. But maybe that's just the Midwestern perspective. They make basements different in different places.
I mean, they didn't have to worry about the tornadoes.
I love the fact that every basement we have seen has been lit by this one CFL bulb from Philips.
It's in fact one single bulb that rotates between all the homes.
The other thing about this light too is that at some point, you are gonna break this lamp while it's on, like, and you're gonna, you're gonna like light a fire and burn down your apartment.
When the murder basement murders you.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens. You accidentally spray it, right, and it explodes. So brand new HVAC.
Mm-hmm.
All these really thin ducts are unusual in my experience. I feel like most ducts are like 8 inches or 12 inches high. They're not even big enough to crawl through. I think that's for hard water. I'm not sure they're brick
Back there.
brick backyard, and the neighbor has a brick backyard, and the neighbor has a brick backyard. But the air conditioner is not caged in, which means there's not a meth problem.
Got little planters.
Yeah, now these people really don't use their backyard, but those people do.
Yeah. Well, there's no furniture in this house, so it's not furnished.
I mean, there's a certain charm to like a green overgrown brick patio. There's no privacy here, and the first thing I would do is build a 5-foot or 7-foot fence, whatever it is here.
The dog can just doesn't matter.
That's right. Unless you tore up something like that.
Yeah, he won't go on the brick. Well, that's not the worst house.
No, it
It's
is
got
not.
some charm.
It's got something to it. I really like that it's set back. I think that's great. We don't know anything about that.
Let's look at one of these super cheap ones.
Okay, those are probably empty houses. Or other things.
In a condo.
It's a cheap condo. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. If you buy a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, you're basically saying, I'm going to be forever.
I'm single. Forever.
Which is fine. You do you. Tiny. These pictures were taken by the owner. The kitchen is a nightmare.
Updated 1-bedroom, 1-bath unit, beautifully maintained and sought after Denby Hall.
This kitchen is a nightmare. Look how small.
Yeah, I live in a dorm called Denby.
Huh. It's in a huge building.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's dense building. It's really cheap though. You reach 37, you're not married. You could go for that.
So what, you were saying you were 5 years away?
Yeah. Five years away from giving up forever before I met you.
You don't even like me that much.
That's not true. Alright, so there's like a giant commercial building. Right across the street.
Yeah.
It's on a really busy street. This is like a 4-lane road, right? 2.5.
Yeah, it appears this is quite a busy street.
Yeah, it does. Set back from it though. Again. It's got such a big house porch despite being actually quite dense. Right there, this is a row of 20 houses? 10 houses? 2, 3, 4. No, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like they're all doubles.
Yeah.
So they're all there could be twice as many houses. It's interesting how we're seeing a lot of double lines or in it's all brand new front yard, nothing new.
It's gravel.
Yeah, is this gravel or is this dirt? No, it's wood chips or rubber, even worse.
We haven't found anywhere to steal gravel from yet.
No, yeah, not like a gravel.
I mean, we had a discussion about stealing gravel.
We did, and I could steal gravel, but I don't want to get caught.
So maybe I should come steal gravel.
Moving on. Old outlet covers, old HVAC.
When I were 10 years, then I could definitely steal gravel.
They can put that in your contract. With the free meals.
Free meals, gravel.
What is with these fucking telephone jacks?
Or they're like, maybe someone will move in here that wants a telephone jack.
Well, and it's so weird that they're around, right? Because there's no way that wire is any good. There's no way it's Cat 5.
And what's the chances that somebody needs it?
Or can use it.
My 101-year-old grandma has a cell phone.
That's true. That's true. I mean,
So who's not using a cell phone?
this is weird too. There's 8 fucking outlets right here. What is with this massive cluster of electricity? What could you possibly use this for?
I mean, to plug in your PS5, your Xbox.
You should be
Switch.
doing that on like a power switch or
Your hair dryer, your bread maker,
or even a UPS or something.
your electric kettle.
This is so 1970s, early 70s. This could really use an update if you're gonna keep it. I like this stuff up. They repainted
It's all
this.
kind of view those stairs.
They cleaned these floors but didn't sand them. That's
Yeah.
why the color contrast is so clear. Oh, actually, this might be a patch. I'm not sure. But every single plate in here is like 40
We
years
would
old.
have to carry the dog up the stairs.
I mean, you could put a runner on it. We had runners on our stairs. In the garage. We had almost this exact stair height.
Yeah,
These were presumably not.
right. No, I just remember we did put like little carpet squares. And he sit down
Double taped them down.
so that he wouldn't wipe.
He still was. He would jump. This fucking chandelier. What the fuck? Liberace's summer.
He was also like 4 years younger than them.
It's true. It's true. He was more energetic. They painted over the molding the same color. That is a certain
That's a bucket.
bucket.
Painting over.
Looks like shit in here. Jose, paint it over. Everything. Everything? You fucker. Not the chandelier. Alright.
Wow, this is the first apartment, or the first place we've seen in a while that doesn't have a built-in for the microwave.
So it's true. And it's so funny because this is like, 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But this countertop is brand new.
Yeah, and
This dishwasher could be brand new as well.
and the oven and the fridge aren't super old either.
Right.
But at no point were they like, you know what we should do? A built-in for the microwave.
Yeah, and you'd put it over here.
Yeah. It just seems so odd
Yeah.
because so many of these, houses that we look at have built-ins for the microwave.
But this is like your high school. This is like your freshman year dorm microwave. In this kitchen, it's so strange. They didn't redo the cabinet faces either. They bought all new appliances, put a new countertop down.
They might have stained the cabinetry, but they didn't replace it.
I think it was originally this color.
Mm.
And it's a bad choice for this countertop.
I mean, that countertop and that floor don't go together either.
Oh, they're contrasting patterns of very similar hues, though. Yeah, you're right.
It's very, very off.
Yeah, they actually look quite cheap, while this looks quite,
Middle.
middle of the road, but appealing. No backsplash. I know
Only
you
a
did.
single barrel sink.
Yeah, but you have a dishwasher.
Yeah.
But this is a bitch, you're right. Double barrel with the sprayer. It's a must, and it needs to be as deep as possible.
I'm not as attached to the sprayer, but double barrel sink.
With the hosey boys that pull down.
You are much more attached to the hosey boys than I am.
They're like the ultimate evolution of faucet technology.
The hosey boys.
This is just so funny. This hood too. This is the old hood.
Yeah, they didn't redo the hood, and they just, why put a microwave in this shot? Because that microwave can't possibly come with this home.
No, it does. They've left it. The microwave's included in there. The microwave
You're
is
like,
included.
thanks?
Thanks.
That's like that microwave you were carrying around that you don't know the origin of.
Yeah, the one I had for like 25 years.
That we just left in the apartment.
It's funny that the hood is another case.
Did we even take that microwave out to the road, or did we leave it in the
I
apartment?
think we left it in there.
Yeah.
I once left a microwave next to a microwave when I moved out of my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just how it goes. It's funny too. They sprung for these extra expensive appliances that are,
And
very
then that
modern.
microwave.
And they still have that microwave. Maybe they never used it. Why didn't they put it in as a hood?
Because
Because that's what ours is, right? Like the hood is the microwave.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's not great, but
It doesn't do much except relocate air from here to here when you're standing in front of it. Yeah, it's not great. This kitchen's a disaster in the end. I love the countertops.
with that floor though, they looked at that floor and was like, "This countertop's fine."
This could stay. This could stay. No, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. These cabinets you have to do something about. I'm not sure what it is. With this cut of the door and the design,
looks super dated.
It looks super dated. This ripple looks real dated as well. So I think you're gonna have to get rid of all the doors. They look cheap. Maybe you can rehang the doors.
Some room better, maybe.
This looks like it might be an alarm system or something. This heat register's ancient too. We'll find an ancient wall plate. This is the return. Or is that the bathroom? This is a bathroom. There's a vent like that between. This is a bathroom, and this is the main room. And there's a vent like that.
Yeah, you want to vent into the main room from your bathroom.
I like the person. I like the people in the living room to know I'm
I
taking
can
a
smell
shit.
them shit.
It's
When
awful.
my guests come over, I want them to know.
That everyone can hear
And see, smell them shitting.
and see if they creep up in that. Oh, that's awful. That must be required because this room doesn't have any other ventilation.
Yeah.
But it's like, fuck me, right? Why not build a vent fan / tube here that comes out in the wall and it's like hanging in the ceiling all industrial and people will be like, ooh, I love exposed parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that bathroom's awful. It's the worst thing ever. It's such an afterthought, clearly. With this tile, too, it's very 1970s.
Cannot puke in the tub from the toilet.
Yeah, you really can't. It looks like the door might open the opposite way, too, for the shower, so...
Or there might not be a shower in this bathroom.
This feels like
there's.
a really modern cabinet,
Mm-hmm.
but, like, this is an old fixture. And this giant mirror like this, nobody would do that anymore. And then this tile is old. So it's a very weird bathroom. It's like all over the place. This tile is old, ancient.
Yeah.
This fucking bathroom. It's like a dark cave that you shower in. It's the most private thing in this bathroom, though, right? Because it's like a brick fucking fortress at the end of the living room.
That's where you go take your shit so the people don't know.
I bet this is in the shower, and then you just use the hosey boy to get it down the drain.
Another use for the hosey boy.
Another use for the hosey boy. This really is just like a dark cave too. It's. I wonder if someone's like bothered to like put a heat bulb up there. It's probably the moldiest nightmare wall. Another ancient heat register and bell plates. I don't understand. These things are like fucking 15 cents. There's like $1 worth of plate show in that picture. And they won't bother to fucking unscrew them. They don't even have to replace the outlets.
No, you can just swap the plate.
Yep.
This is the other bathroom.
This fucking same cabinet. This
They got
must
a
have been
bunch
on sale at Lowe's. or
Yeah.
something.
They bought 12 of them, and they're actually in 5 other homes.
Yeah. And this is old too. This shower enclosure. This is like a normal tub. And then like, this is like a fucking 1980s shower. You know, my parents got a shower door now. They won't let me use that. This tile's ancient and awful. It's so weird. This cabinet and this fucking floor. They've got a hosey boy. Alright, that tub in the end looks quite dated.
Yeah.
And so does the toilet. But they clearly bought a new vanity and didn't touch the floor. It's such a like half-ass attempt to revive a bathroom.
Murder basement.
Yeah, murder basement. Alright, I mean, this is clean.
Yeah.
The appliances
All basements
are
look like
not,
murders, though.
the appliances are not substantially raised. Which means it probably doesn't flood. It looks pretty new as well.
Those thin ducts again.
Not quite as thin though, I think. But quite thin compared to the ones we're used to. Alright.
Brick patio.
Yeah, let's get some fencing. I mean, you have to put planters out here. It actually looks like there's a little bit of light back here, doesn't it? Or like some sort of tree in here? In a pot? A big pot, obviously. Maybe even another one right here. Oh, this is over the street, too.
Mm-hmm.
Church in your backyard is noisy. Fucking churches are super noisy. People in and out of them all the time. Jesus just drops by.
Just shows up in your porch with his cocktail.
There's like a real, there's a lot of potential with this porch. Like, if you put up a barrier along this wall,
Stuck a bunch of planters.
yeah, those green tall bushes. This? Is that right?
No, I think it's the other.
The black one is mixed. This is the
This one.
But it's like a shared patio entrance. It's like other houses. It's weird. But it has its own patio in that other space. It's shared with them. Strange. So I feel like this would be weird on the first floor here, but it does look very quiet. Well, it looks like there's no foot traffic.
Yeah. There's a lot of traffic. And there's a church.
And there's a
Huge
giant
building.
building next door. Old folks, man. They're quiet ones. I guess that's your backyard though, right?
Yes. This is your backyard.
There's another street here.
Right.
Or is it an alley? There's one street here.
So I guess this is your front?
Yeah. Whatever parking is right there. I think that the espresso or black shutters is great. Ultimately, I can see the contrast that they're going for, but it doesn't appeal to me at all. I love this window high up though. I mean, this is such an interesting house from the perspective of where it is. But there's so many poor decisions. And they really cheaped out on their attempts to clean it up and polish it. Some of this is really weird.
I don't get how they put so much effort into doing some stuff and then don't replace the 15-cent wall plate.
It's such a weird set of focuses that says, let's improve those big features that attract people to houses, and let's completely neglect the small and slightly inconvenient things.
Like wall plates.
To raise appeal at all. or like a modern stove hood or a microwave built-in. Or no vent from the bathroom into the living room. Just saying.
The wall plates get me so bad because they're so cheap.
Yeah.
It's really just the labor of putting them in.
I mean, it does take a few minutes to unscrew a wall plate, put a new one on,
But you're
unscrew
painting
it.
the walls anyway.
Yeah, right. So you have to take them off. You put them back. So it's a weird house. I guess the back alley is probably actually fairly high traffic.
Yeah. It looks like maybe that's where people park.
It has this sidewalk here, right? So it's this shot. This is the back of it.
So the back of it looks like the front. And and the front looks like the back aesthetically.
If you put some bushes up here or other greenery, and it's a little public, but I don't know. It looks like you could have like a really nice front porch area. It's an interesting bathroom kitchen situation, but overall the external aspect makes fucking work too. Fuck me. Alright, well we've been streaming for a while, so let's call it quits.
Okay.
Did anybody watch?
I saw it for a while because there were 2 people watching.
Max viewers 2, unique viewers 5, live viewers 11. So unlikely scenario is that one person came back multiple times. Fucking Twitch. Alright. Thanks for joining me. We'll be back next Friday with something. Bye.
Bye.